My name's Joanne McKinnon. I'm the Chief Exec for Welcome, which is a charity based in Solihull. The charity's been around for 10 years and we work with people with substance misuse issues, so people with drug and alcohol problems. And we also work with the family and friends, so we've got a specific family and friends support service. For many years we'd been a charity that just dealt with drug users and their families. And at the time that the Volunteer Fund came about, we were negotiating a contract so that we could expand our volunteer team from just volunteers working with drug clients to volunteers working with alcohol clients as well. With all funds, you want the grant, and obviously I understood from very early on that this came with a support package, and I identified things that we would benefit from. I genuinely did, but being a really busy person, when the support consultant was due to come in, I had this kind of poor attitude really, have I really got time, and what's this person really going to do to benefit the organisation? But I'm not the only person who said how wrong we were in relation to it, because actually it's been incredibly beneficial. And I would recommend anyone going for the Volunteer Fund to keep a really open mind about the package that comes alongside that.
It's really helped me to think about my own personal skills, drawing out the strengths that are there within me, and starting to think about some of those weaknesses that might be there and what I can actually do with those, or shall we say areas for development. He's helped me to think about how I plan my time with volunteers, some of the skills that volunteers have and what they can bring to the table here, and how I can help them to really think about some of the projects that they might want to undertake. The support package has really helped me to think about how we recruit volunteers, and how we induct volunteers, and really what they need to get from us as an organisation before they can start in their placement.
Lauren, she is a very professional person. I came here and I helped Welcome to establish the menu, kind of a healthier menu for the recovery camp, which will be built in Chardens later on. She's really professional, and she has a fantastic experience by working with volunteers. So she knows how sometimes it can be a rocky road for new volunteers, in particular me, because I'm not English as well. So they have to be patient, but she's a beautiful teacher, I would say.
My name is Colin Bartlett. I'm the volunteer here for the service users, and my role really is the service user group. As a user group, we go to them when we need things, but most of the time we're independent. Like if we decide things for ourselves, and then we go to the staff and say, look, can we do this, or can we have something to help us with this? And like they'll go back and sort of discuss it among themselves and say yeah or no, which is excellent.
Hi, my name's Pete Collins. I'm a SARS volunteer. I'm working on the user group newsletter, which is out there for service users, basically to highlight all the events, meetings, voluntary roles and vacancies. It's basically to spread the message that recovery is within reach of people and that treatment works. I've found they take service users and volunteers really seriously. You're instantly part of the team. You'd think as a volunteer like you'd sort of be in the background, but an email always gets answered, a text message always gets answered, and there's always somebody with a smiley face ready to basically show you the ropes or answer your question for you.
The staff that have actually attended the Action Learning Networks have come back and made some really positive comments. Obviously they've benefited from the training and getting a qualification, but they also commented that it was really useful to see other people who are also leading volunteers in organisations, because the dynamics of leading volunteers are very different to that of the dynamics of leading a paid team of staff.
I think what the support package did really was help me to explore the pressures that I put on myself, and that actually, you know, I was working myself into the ground, so to speak, but the only person that was doing that was me, and that process was really, it was painful, but it was very, very useful, and I know that my colleagues and my peers and my staff members have noticed the difference in me at work as a direct result of those sessions, so it really has been a lifesaver for me. I think one of the other things that the support package has done for me is to help me to perform in my HR role around specific tasks, HR tasks. Had that support package have not been there for me, it would have been very difficult for me to actually go in to perform some of these tasks. And I'm pretty confident that if I hadn't have had the support of the package that's been provided for us, that I would probably have gone in and done and said the wrong things at the wrong times. And so the process of exploration has really helped me to think about the way in which I respond to these very difficult situations.
The support consultant that has been sent in to deliver the support package at Welcome has been really, really valuable. We were looking at a restructure for the organisation. I have 2 service managers, but the restructure resulted in them taking on more of my role in order to free me up to do other things. And I think I was struggling a little bit to let go of those things. So the person who's been working with us on the support package really helped us to identify that and to almost tell me to back off, let them do their job. You've asked them to do this job, you know, and that was a surprise to me that I hadn't let go as much as I thought I had. I don't think that without that we would have been able to define our roles as well, which means basically that I would still be trying to keep too many balls in the air basically. I'd be trying to run the drug service, the alcohol service, the family service, not allowing my managers to do their role, and still trying to develop these 4 other large projects. So the fact that he has helped us to define our roles and stick to our roles has been incredibly valuable. It's been organisational changing, I would say.